that we are safe and that this doesn't happen again. And part of that is examining what we might be willing to sacrifice for more security. I want to bring in Aaron Cohen. He's a familiar face to you. He's the real deal. He's a former member of the Israeli Special Operations Counter-Terrorist Unit. And we wanted to talk to you, A, because I think you're a good dude, B, because you're reasonable and you know this stuff. I mean, first of all, you look at a soft target like this. You look at what happened. This happens all over the country, especially this time of year, those outdoor festivals, fall festivals, etc. Was there anything that could have been done to prevent something?
Check the bags. Check the bags. I'm not saying with the 12 to 18,000 people who move into casinos every day. Yeah. But security can expand and contract. It's like a production. As we have these events, or we have a massive hotel with 3,000 rooms overlooking 22,000 people. You know, listen, all we have to do is open bags, and it's really simple. Excuse me, sir. Could you do me a favor and open that bag? It'll just take a second. Let me have a look inside. Oh, you have a permit for that? No worries. Can you show me your permit real quick? Thank you so much. Click with the cell phone.
We Americans get a little funny about that with our hotels, don't we?
We get funny with bag check. People get weird here with the intrusive part of security, which I understand. I guess I'm a little too comfortable with it because I lived in Israel for so long.
For so long. Where it's just part of the fabric of life there.
It has to be because of the amount of terror that we have seen collectively over the last 60 years, and the fact that we're surrounded by countries that want to push us into an ocean. But not here nor there. Checking bags would have prevented, I'm hearing 30 weapons in the hotel.
Yeah, I mean, an unbelievable arsenal.
Could you open that bag for me real quick? I'm going to have the bellboy put a sticker on your bag as soon as it's checked, and we're going to run those right up to your room for me and have your license. If you could, just show it to the
so like a TSA kind of situation in a way.
AK-47 weighs this much, M16 weighs this much, an M60 belt-fed machine gun. I've heard all kinds of theories. These are heavy weapons. Ammunition, 500-round crates of ammo or containers of ammo. This stuff weighs money. If this guy was spending 4 or 5 days setting up this mass attack, he had to get in with that information. I haven't seen any surveillance footage, by the way, from the hotels.
Right, we haven't seen that.
And we know that hotels have a lot of cameras, Michaela. So I'm waiting for that
especially in Vegas.
Waiting for that juiciness to come out so we can see really what happened. And I'm hoping the FBI puts that stuff out shortly. But I just would like to can I have a look inside your bag real quick? That's all I need. And then we can break that down after the event.
One of the things that people love about Vegas, the whole what happens there stays there. We Americans have gotten very comfortable with the amount of privacy that we have. We bristle when we get asked to do secondary screening at the airport. It's annoying, but it's important. And we can say that, but we can still get irritated at the airport. You move that to our hotels. There are people that are business travelers. There's people that come to Vegas, not just for fun and bachelor parties and weddings, but there are people there that are doing business. There are people there that have a lot of money.
Traveling with all,
There are people there that are maybe in compromising situations. How much of a societal shift is it going to require for a security measure like what you're suggesting?
Really smart question. And I think that's what people are really want to understand. And here's the thing. Even in Israel, at our airports, or at any El Al counter where you check in anywhere in the world that are how many dozens of hubs, we don't have people take off shoes in Israel. We move this thing quick. And the reason why is we train in the behavior, in the body language. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for anomalies, people who are lying. The interesting similarity between Vegas and Israel, pokers are masters at spotting lies. That's what we spend our money on for our security screeners in Israel. So it's not about the machinery. It's not about the inconvenience that we're seeing in the States. This is a 5-minute interview, and all I'm doing is I'm looking at the micro ticks to tell if you're lying. By the way, women make up the majority of the screeners, and the reason why is because inherently they're born with better behavioral reading.
Correct. Lying.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't think it's a big deal, and I think we can check some bags. I don't think we need X-ray scanners, but we do need to multi-layer it. And that's the Israeli methodology, which
What did you bring with you? You have something on your...
One of the greatest kept secrets in Israel, we tap into our off-duty police officers because they are the true first responders. They're armed, they're trained to fire in and around crowds. They get extra training for off-duty carry. Every officer in Israel, it's mandatory for them to carry what's called these FFA hats, or friendly fire avoidant hats. They're the ugliest things you've ever seen in the world. Let me hold it up so you guys can see it. It's a cap that essentially folds up. It's got high visibility reflective panels that clearly identify the off-duty officer. It folds up, it goes into his pocket, and then what he does is he takes it out, he puts it on his head so he can identify as a police officer to avoid friendly fire avoidance. Again, it's the ugliest thing you've ever seen, but I gotta tell you, it does the job. The little badge around. And so in Israel, the investment is on the manpower. Let's use our off-duty here in the States. We've got 1 million sworn police officers. They can only be working one of 3 shifts at any given time throughout the country. How many off-duty were there in Vegas?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some of them were injured.
Absolutely.
But we need to rely on those off-duty police officers, not be worried about potential lawsuits, responding not in uniform. Let's give them the training and give them the ability to be able to use them as force multipliers. And I think that there's just some other lessons. Bag checks, though. Bag checks.
You really think that's? I wonder if that's going to happen. We'll have to wait and see, because the suggestion's been made that we are far too concerned about our own privacy to let that happen. We'll have to see.
But here's the thing. I think people want to be safe.
We do. We do.
want to be protected. And I think if you go out to the majority of people, I think they're going to be like, let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it. Check the bag. Whatever.
Aaron Cohen, delight to see you. Thank you so much. I always appreciate having your perspective. Our special coverage.